Hey, Brian here again, November 21st, do another two set of stories for international coverage of what's been happening in the markets. First one's quite interesting, a good one actually, from Twin City Telegraph, talking about the CSOP Chinext ETF, where they're predicting some movement. And basically, this article describes some technical indicators that you can use to forecast the moves on this ETF. Now, the only reason I'm doing this is just to say that you can use technical indicators somewhat to verify timing of your positions and market entry and exits using technical analysis. So let's go through this analysis for this ETF, which may have some upward momentum using these indicators. So let's say we don't really care about what this really is. I do know that the Chinese markets are up, and this is the Chinext, which is the tech heavy ETF for Chinext, which is pretty well a index or an exchange that's heavily weighted around Chinese technology, and I think there's going to be some big moves for it. So first it mentions the 14-day Williams percent R currently sits at negative 53.85, oscillates between the range of 0 to 100, reading between 0 and negative 20 means overbought, reading from negative 80 to 100, signal oversold. So that is similar to the RSI, but we get into that in a minute. So a lot of investors will watch this ETF for technical stock analysis. The moving average, which is again a popular way to forecast direction. Moving averages may be useful for identifying peaks and troughs. They may be used to help trader figure out proper support and resistance levels for the stock. Currently, the 200-day moving average is sitting at 6.93, and 50-day is at 6.9. So you know what happens when you have your fast and slow moving moving averages, which can indicate a buy or a sell signal using these. And again, I would recommend you to do your research on something like Investopedia to figure that out. Now, this ETF using the 14-day commodity channel index of negative 31.38. Now, again, active traders or active investors use this technical indicator, coincident indicator, where a plus 100 would reflect strong pricing action, which may signal an uptrend. On the flip side, a negative 100 signal downtrend reflecting weak price action. CCI is a leading indicator technical analysts use and may use a plus 100 reading for an overbought signal. So very interesting to know that. The RSI relative strength indicator that we've talked about, and it's very common. Normal reading of stock will fall in the range of 30 to 70. Oscillates between 0 to 100, and then the stock is oversold when it is under 30, and vice versa. A reading would indicate over 40, the stock is overbought, possibly overvalued. After a recent check, 14-day RSI for this ETF is currently at 45.84, 7-day at 46.52, 3-day at 55.49. Another indicator that's used is the average directional index. Let's see here. At the time, the ADX is typically used in conjunction with a plus directional indicator and minus directional indicator. 14-day ADX on the ETF noted at 15.73. Technical analysts believe that an ADX value over 25 would suggest a strong trend. Signal under 20 indicate no trend. reading from 20 to 25 would suggest there is no clear trend signal. So some of these technical indicators may be useful to indicate trends and whatnot to help you time your entries. Another big factor in the markets today, over the last 24 hours, was the Turkish Lira. Now, you've probably heard me talk about the Lira, how it can be very volatile. So in this case, fell 1% morning trading, while bond yields climbed to a record peak. Lira lost 11.4% of its value in 2 months, making it comfortably the worst performing emerging market currency. Now, if you knew, with all the political turmoil in Turkey and how they're turning against the West, that would be a fairly easy trade to predict over the last number of months. So over the last recent days, touching a high of 12.74%. So when you watch, not just that, but the main stock exchange, it has fallen as well, 9% in recent weeks. But they're saying there's no scenario where the Lira will go into a meltdown. But analysts remain bearish on the prospects. These are some of the other liquidity conditions have tightened. So it's quite interesting to learn from all these stories. Balance sheet was weak, weakest of the main EM economies. So if you're watching tradingeconomics.com, you know all this about the importing, and you again would be able to, over the long run, be able to forecast this move to put on trading positions for a long-term forex trade. Hoping this helps you out. Let me know, and we shall talk to you later. Don't forget, if you want to get access to the video, or if you want to get links to this analysis, please take a look at the quantlabs.net/blog. Take a look at the box on the lower left to get you to sign up to a free service to give you this analysis on a frequent basis, which will include some downloadable ET reports on how to trade better. Over and out.